Hey there, guys. How's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today, in this video, I'm going to be telling you a simple truth about living in the flow state of mind. All right. Now, as we know, flow state is a mental state of mind. How do we maintain an ideal mindset over time? And it's a lot simpler than we think it is. A lot of these concepts are from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Neville Goddard. All right. Now, I believe Neville Goddard was one of those men who really lived his philosophy, and he talked about it and he acted upon it. And I'll be mentioning a certain story from him, which will relate to this topic. Okay. So Neville said, man cannot commit himself in that which he does not love. So if you're ever in doubt, do the most loving thing that you can. That's the right thing. Whenever you're in doubt, do the most loving thing that you can in that moment, and that's the right thing. You know, Steve Jobs also had this quote when I was watching his commencement speech. He said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice." So we must judge all of those states of mind with love. I'm not saying that one state is right or one state is wrong. All states are judged with love. Force is a lack of love, whereas love is power. So what is a state? When I speak of state, state is an attitude of mind with experiences of life, with the body of beliefs that you live by. A body of beliefs that you live by. So by expressing a state, I am tired, I am worried, you are identifying with it. You're not saying I'm feeling worried, you're saying I am worried. And you start identifying with it. You become a worried type of person. Whatever I am blank, if you keep stating that into the world, that's what you're going to be getting, okay? I am powerful. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Your identity is that of a powerful man or woman. Imaginal acts becoming facts. That's what Neville talks about. So what comes before this autotelic divine will flow states is what is powerful. The aspect, the concept of letting go. I mentioned the opinions of others. What exactly is opinions? Opinions is just potentiality. It's just someone else's projection, someone else's ideas. So the noise is the opinion from within. That's what Steve Jobs meant by the noise. That was the interpretation of what comes from within. Don't let the outer noise confuse you with the noise coming from within you in your own mind. One person's noise is another person's signal. If you offend somebody, that noise that you're receiving in your ears is it becomes a signal for your body to do something, or your mind to do something, or think a specific way, and that becomes your reality. Your internal world affects your external world. I've told you this many times before, right? This is not the first video that you're hearing this concept, I'm sure. You know, every single character in the Bible is a state. Every single character in the Bhagavad Gita is a state. Every single character in the Quran is a state. Okay? So we're just moving through states. That's all we're doing throughout the day. Sleeping is a state. You get into a state of sleep. You don't sleep. How do I sleep? You can't sleep. You get into a state of sleep, just like you get into a state of hypnosis, right? The attitude of the state determines the state. The attitude of the state determines the state. So if we're judging all states from love, we're in a state of love. All right, that's the overlying, the filter that connects, that permeates everything. So Neville talked about this time where he walked into a restaurant and he said, "I want clams. I want clams." And he said it in a very calm and certain way. Right? The certainty, conviction in his voice, but it's not amplified. It's not forceful. He's not in denial that he wants clams. He's just expressing pure desire in that way. And that was a complete externalization of the being within. Just, oh, I want clams in the restaurant. Now, they had the clams on the menu, so obviously it was possible. But then he was like, "I want horseradish, and I want hot sauce, and I want this, and I want that," right? Now it's like you're adding other elements to it. Now, if they have that, they'll give you that back. But if they don't have that, they're going to give you an opinion back. Right? Like, "Sir, we don't have horseradish here." All right? And whatever opinion he stated, he just remained in that desired state. right? So what would have happened years later if he said, I want horseradish? And every time he walked into that restaurant, he said the same thing, I want horseradish. And he kept saying, no, sir, we don't have any. By the 500th time he walks in there and says he wants horseradish, what do you think? They're still going to be like, sir, I've told you a million times we won't have horseradish, right? That might be the case. However, they might change their opinion. Why? Because his state is constant within. His desire is constant within. They might just get horseradish just because they're annoyed by, his statement. So what are you doing? You're affirming something. That's that confidence, right? An affirmation. What is an affirmation? You're affirming something to your own subconscious mind. You're affirming the truth, all right? So you're living your philosophy. You don't remain in states because your state is made up of a body of beliefs. It happens in our experiences throughout our journey, throughout our circumstances in life. And life is just an internalization of the externalization of these beliefs. If you spend the day thinking from a certain state, you'll stay there and go to sleep in that state. Right? This happens with you. This is why having a daily practice is so important. Why are we doing that? We're shifting our state. One question I like to ask myself is, what can I do today that will make today even more miraculous? How can I feel much more expansive today? What can I do today that will make me feel a lot more flowing? How can I make today more fluid? Even more fluid, right? The word is even more because it's already fluid. You have to remain in that state. All right, it's not a state of denial. If you're feeling fear, you're saying it's fear, but is it really fear? Is it a kind of just an agitation or maybe just a tension? So don't make an assumption that this is what it is. You know what I mean? This is what it is. This is exactly what it is. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm doing. I'm fearful and in a fearful state, and so I am a scared person. No, you're identifying a state with an identity, okay? So the attitude of mind most returns to constitute your state. The attitude of mind that you most return to constitutes your state. That's your dwelling place. That's your humble abode, okay? That's your place. That's your home. That's your solace. If we're getting really scientific, you could call it, that's your default mode network. Or that's your default state. So you want to build a relationship with that space of where you keep coming back to and loving it and being kind to it and remaining beautiful even in the disgust and the ugly. Remaining beautiful in the ugly. When you're unlovable, love yourself even more, right? It's like you want to build a relationship with your subconscious mind. I love doing this exercise. I'm going to give you guys this exercise. Just write a letter to your subconscious mind. Dear subconscious mind, I don't know what's up with you, and I don't know why you're not listening to me, but this is what I want, what I really, really want. If you want to be my lover, now I know I'm bringing up Spice Girls in this analogy, right? But I just want you to basically just tell your subconscious mind, like, look, this is what I want, and I don't know how I'm going to get it. Don't get into the how. Just be like, this is what I want, and I really appreciate you, and I know you've been trying to help, and you've been trying to protect me, but this is my true intention. This is my true desire, and I'm going to stop no matter what. Just write a letter to your subconscious mind like that, and you'll be surprised at how you can mold your reality like that by actually doing that. And the thing is, when you're working out or when you're doing something physical as well, your mind is going to stop for you. Your mind is going to be the one that's telling you, nah, man, you can't do it one more. You definitely can't. That's when you do one more. That's when you do one more. When your mind says, I can't do one more. You show your mind who's the boss. You show your mind who's the boss. You show your body who's the boss. Okay? Your body is going to be like, oh man, I feel too weak today. I'm frail. Now I have this aches and pains. I'm growing older. Your body's telling you that. You're going, nope, sorry, body. I'm going to take my green juice. I'm going to do whatever it takes to not make that my reality. This is not a state of denial. This is a state of activation. So one question I also ask myself is, what's the thing that I have to do next that relates to my goal? And you just do that thing and your state changes. What's another state changer? I recognize that I've fallen into my state. I recognize that I'm falling into a non-ideal state right now, and my reality is starting to look very different. I've gotten grumpy, but at this point forward, I'm choosing another state. Okay? If you feel that you're famous, it will naturally be a part of your body of beliefs, and the world will proclaim your fame. Why? Because it's a complete projection of the being within, and it's authentic, right? If you're saying, I'm famous, and it feels fake to you, well, let me tell you this. What if the being that you are right now is the fake version, and your higher self is the real one? What if you could flip the script on this? Okay, I've worked with a lot of manifestation coaches in my life. Okay, this is what I've come to. I'm giving you guys the gold here in this video. Okay, now it's what you choose to do with this simple truth that is going to optimize your states and your way of being and living in the flow state and really carrying it over, because it's not easy, but it's simple. It's not easy, but it's a simple idea, right? It's just because it's simple, don't equate it with being easy, because you're going to feel like crap certain days, but you still have to learn to love that feeling, because only when you love it, you're accepting it. And then once you accept it fully integrated, it's like integration complete. And then you can let it go. But every time you resist, every time you push it away, every time you work towards suppressing it, pushing it down, suppressing your pain, instead of enjoying the apprehension, knowing the relief from the apprehension that something's coming, the fear is coming, but I'm okay with it. I'm expecting it. Come on, fear, come over here. I'm ready for you, okay? When do you stop creating that state? Don't stop. You do it until your desire is fulfilled. And once your desire is fulfilled, your purpose is unlocked, achieved, then you change your approach and you find a different state and unlock that. It's like a video game, all right? You reach one level, you reach level 1, you're gonna feel like you started from scratch. Started from the bottom, now we hit, and then you go to level 2, it's like, started from the bottom, now we hit. It's a whole process again. Growth is a spiral, it's not linear, right? So you're gonna go through level 1, level 2, level 3, you're gonna come back to the same problem in level 4, right? Back to the same issue, but it's just a spiral. You're going around and it feels like you're starting again from zero. And a lot of people that I know feel this way. They feel like, man, I'm doing this thing, I'm coming back from zero. You're not starting from zero again, okay? It's a different level, so you've just leveled the playing field back to square one again. Doesn't mean you're back to square one. You're maybe at level 7, but it feels like you're back to square one. All right, so you're always starting from experience. Remember that. Even if you're going completely mushin, mind of no mind, all right, you're still leveling up. You're still on this constant journey of growth. You haven't gone 2 steps back. It might feel like that. It might feel like, man, I'm on this journey, and then I ate a donut, and then I became fat again. No, this is a new level for you. All right, and you're here to unlock that level, so that once you can figure out the key to unlock that level, click, click, boss level, right? You fight the boss and you go into the next one. Guess what? You're going to feel that self-sabotage kicking in again, right? Life is going to give you the same problem over and over and over and over, same lesson over and over and over and over again, until you finally unlock the key and you're like, oh, I get it now. I'm getting the symbols. I'm getting the signs. I'm just not listening to the universe, man. Like, they've already told me I don't thrive well at this job, but I'm still sticking it out. I'm trusting my guns. I'm pushing to the next level, right? There is a level of that where you're like, okay, yeah, I don't like this job, and there's nothing about it that I like, but still I'm pushing myself. I'm gaining momentum. I'm showing the universe that I can do it. That's a different frequency, right? But where the frequency, you're just like, yeah, I guess I'll tolerate it. Guess I'm just going to settle with it. I don't know. It's not really for me. I've always failed. I kind of, no. Cut out that mind chatter, all right? That's just mind chatter. That's all it is. It's just your body of beliefs, your subconscious mind coming up and up. It's your subconscious mind coming in, telling you, hey, but I thought when you were 12, this happened to you. And you're like, what? But this doesn't relate to when I was 12. What are you talking about? Subconscious mind, nope. Remember 12-year-old you, all right? And you have to be like, yo, this has nothing to do with that. You have to train your mind, okay? You have to train, you have to take power over your mind again. You don't want to overcomplicate this process. Simply choose the state that you prefer and go forward with it. And just change the coding, the way that you're speaking to yourself. That's it. Okay, just do it, Nike. Don't overcomplicate it. Your brightness is going to work against you. Your intellect and your mind is going to work against you. You're like, I need to do this to be successful. What if success lives in your heart? And it always has. What if your default state was that? What if, instead of the what if it fails, what if success was my default? And I've just been too blind to see it from the false frames and the narratives of the world. All right. I hope this video helped you out today. I hope it gave you some extra energy to go forth and about your day in a different way, different frequency. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary.